If you're looking for an easy and quick top to throw together using your own body measurements, well, this peasant blouse might just be what you're looking for. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm Madi with Madi Sews, and thanks for hanging with me. Today, I wanted to tell you all about my latest make, which is actually this peasant blouse right here, which was made using a tutorial by Thoughtful Creativity. I'm going to tell you all of the things that I really loved about this entire experience, as well as some of the things that I would change. But before I get into all of that, let me just note that everything I'm talking about today is going to be listed down in the description box below so that you can find it really easily. So for this top, I did use Elisa's Peasant Blouse tutorial. And if you've never done any of her tutorials, she walks you through how to draft a pattern using your own body measurements, which is really nice. And she oftentimes will draft the back and the front on the same piece, so that way it's kind of cutting down on the number of pieces that you need. I made this top right when my sojo was really waning, and I needed something that was going to be simple and quick to make, and I think that this really fit the bill. This top has 2 pattern pieces. It's the front and the back, and there is gathering all the way around the entire neckband. It has a grown-on sleeve, as you can see, and I did flare out the sides here to accommodate my hips, which she walks you through in her tutorial. You are going to need to finish the neckline with bias binding, as well as the armholes here. So just keep that in mind. You can either use store-bought bias binding like I did, or you can make your own, which could make for some really, really fun looks. And she shows you how to put a keyhole opening here with ties. Now, I opted not to do the ties on this top because I did use that stiffer store-bought binding, and I just didn't, I don't like the way that it looks hanging down in the front. So I did just go ahead and close up my neckline, and I kept it round, but the keyhole neckline is really a cute detail, and she walks you through how to do that. By the way, let me know if you've used one of the tutorials by Thoughtful Creativity to make a garment. Let me know what your thoughts and your experiences were on that down in the comments below. Also, if I should check out somebody else who does pattern drafting. I mean, I really did enjoy this experience. As I mentioned earlier, this top is actually drafted using your own body measurements. So you're measuring the length, you're measuring your bust, your waist, your hips, all of that good stuff, and then you're drafting the pattern pieces. Now, for me, I was a little concerned going into it because, well, I am a pretty busty person. And to give you an idea, I have a 9-inch difference from my underbust to my full bust. And so that pretty much necessitates that I always do a full bust adjustment. So I wasn't sure how it was going to translate into a top where I was using just my body measurements. And it worked out okay. There is something that I would change, and I'll get into that in a bit. Throughout the entire tutorial, the instructions were very easy and clear to understand. Honestly, I didn't have any problems following along with it. And I like that she gave different options as she was doing the pattern. So if you wanted more gathering around the neckline, she shows you how to open that up and spread the neckline to give you that extra fabric there that you could gather in. She shows you how to do a keyhole opening if you would like to do one. She even shows you how to take your narrow sides and flare it out a bit. I mean, I really thought the options were really good that she had offered. So it was a really good tutorial. And the other thing that I really liked, and actually that I really needed at the time, because I was really in kind of this sewing funk, was the fact that it's only 2 pattern pieces. It's a front and it's a back. So this top really does come together quickly, even with all of the gathering that you have to do around the neckline. It really did fly by. So those were all of the things that I really do like about this top, and actually are probably the reasons why I would make this again. Now let's talk about the one thing that I would change. So because I am pretty busty and I've got a lot of fullness in the front, that can actually cause my tops to kind of raise up in the front. And when you do a full bust adjustment, it always adds length onto the front of your garment. But because I was drafting using my measurements, I didn't think to add that extra length. And so when you look at the pictures over here, you can actually see that, yeah, it does rise up in the front. I could have benefited from adding an additional inch and a half, maybe even closer to 2 inches, like 1.75 inches or so in the front, to kind of make up that length and bring that hemline even around my entire body. It's not a big issue for me because I don't mind a cropped look. I don't mind a high-low hem, and this is kind of on the verge of that for me. So I really don't mind the length at all, but it's definitely something that I wasn't going for. So if you are busty like I am, keep in mind that you're going to need to add some length to the front of your pattern piece. So this is my front pattern piece. This is my arm side over here. This is my neckline. And where I would add it is right down here. Now, for me personally, I would add that 1.5 inches right here on the center front, and it would slowly grade it to nothing down here at the side seam. And that's going to give me the additional space that I need for my bust. And to check the fit on this, do a tissue fitting. Now this is a step that I totally missed, and this is the reason why I didn't catch that my top was short. But if you do a tissue fitting, you can catch to see, oh man, like this hem is gonna be hitting me in my belly button. Maybe I need to add some more space or more length down at the bottom. You know, so definitely do a tissue fitting and then go ahead and cut your fabric. And I think that's going to solve that one issue with no problem at all. Overall, I really do like this blouse. I think it's really easy to wear. I can wear it to work, or I can wear it running errands around the neighborhood. And it was something that was really quick and easy to make, which was exactly what I needed at the time. So if you're looking for a quick and easy top to make where you can use your own measurements to draft it, I highly recommend this one. Don't be surprised if I add another one of these to my closet. If you enjoyed this video, check out my plans video right over here where I talk a bit about this peasant blouse, but I also discuss the dress that I'm working on now. And you all, until next time, I sincerely hope that you find joy and have a wonderful day.